Good Thursday morning, everybody. It's sunny here and chilly. It's cold. I don't know what it's like at your end, but I hope it's warm. We're kind of cold here this morning, but it'll warm up. I don't know what the high is. It's supposed to be, what, 65 or so, something like that today. So it's going to be a little bit cold, but we'll deal with it, you know. I see up north they're getting snow on it. Hey, Google. Good morning. Google's not talking.
Good morning, Lucky Dog. The time is 8 a.m. Right now it's 39 and sunny. Today, it'll be sunny, with a forecasted high of 59 and a low of 39. Have a nice day.
So it's like, it's chilly, 39, it's going to be 59. That's cold for here, you know. But I know it's probably colder elsewhere, but welcome to the Thursday morning coffee chat for all you lucky dogs in the Kennel Club. Welcome to the Kennel Club. So, good morning, everyone. I say I won't complain about the cold, but I always do. I never complain about the heat, so I'll be complaining this morning about the cold. So, hey, yesterday we put up the video. Hey, there's little Dave. Good afternoon, little Dave. That's right, little Dave's over across the pond, so he's in the afternoon. So, what's the temperature like across the pond? You know. Yeah, yesterday said we did a cooking chili in the Instant Pot. That was our video for yesterday, and it was appropriate. So I made some more. I filmed that a couple weeks ago, and I watched the video, and it's like, hey, that sounds good. I'm making another pot. So made another pot yesterday, and we ate the biggest portion of it. We got a little bit left over today, so we'll finish that up. So it's 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, Google, what is 6 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
6 degrees Celsius equal 42.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
42.3, so it's chilly over there, Dave. So bundle up. I got sweats on today. I always wear this just a shirt, you know, over top of my t-shirt, and I want shorts. You know, we're spoiled. I want to wear shorts, t-shirts, and pretend it's Florida, because it is, you know. So
is it anyway. 1 p.m. over there, Dave? Right now, I believe you're I think you're 5 hours.
5 hours. So it'll be about 1 p.m. over in United Kingdom, across the pond. So that's it's always fun to have our friends from across the pond. Oh, good morning, Jeff. Good morning, peeps. Yeah, it's 1 p.m. So yeah, it's 1 p.m. Are you keeping warm this morning, Jeff? I hope so. I'm not cold, but it's cold enough, you know. I like it warmer, you know. So it's but it'll be all right. You know, it's sunny though. I mean, there's not a cloud in the sky. I always look out the window that way because see what it looks like outside. But yeah, not a cloud in the sky. It's pretty nice. So you know, a lot of times I like to shoot videos when it's cool like this because it seems like you get really good, clear pictures because it's early. Diz says it's too early for this. Morning, Diz. That's Eric. How you doing, Eric? Yeah, just says I'm very layered in clothing but warm, so I'm not bad. If my feet get cold, then I get cold, you know. And we have tile. Our whole house has tile in it, and which is appropriate for Florida. But when it gets cold, that tile, once it gets cold, it's just like an ice box, you know. And it's always put socks and shoes and everything on because it just radiates up. I wish we had floor heating, you know. You don't need it that much, but when you do, it felt good, you know. Yeah, Sue says, Dave, what do you do for a living, or are you retired like me and Bob? So I'll say hi, Diz. So how's things gone over your way, Diz? Where's Robert at? I know he went through Texas. He's heading out to the RTR. And
Mexico by now?
He's probably in New Mexico. He'll probably arrive today or tomorrow, probably out to the RTR. I've been watching some videos, if any of them follow the RTR out in Court Staff.
So explain the RTR. It says Rubber Tramp Rally.
Yeah, Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Is it Rally or Rendezvous? Rubber Trap Rendezvous.
Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. You got it right.
Yeah, big RV thing every year out in the West, you know. Yeah, this me is cold. Yeah, me too, Diz. It's like it's too cold. We're spoiled.
We whine.
I
want my 80 degrees back.
Jeff says, hey, Diz, morning. Oh, there's Tammy. Good morning, good people. Morning, Tammy. Glad to see Tammy on bright and early this morning. Hope everything's good.
Better,
yeah,
Tammy.
I think Tammy was under the weather, so I hope Tammy's feeling good today. Well, Dave says, no, don't work at the moment. So I'm going on a holiday again on Monday, going to weight loss camp. Already lost 88 pounds. Wow, good for you.
Wow,
Need to lose
good
more
for you.
weight. So he's 38 years old. So that's great on a weight loss camp. Sounds like it's working, you know. He says, hi, Tammy. Hope you're feeling better. I said, hi, Tammy. As Tammy says, I'm much better, thanks. Good. Glad to have. We don't want any of our lucky dogs not feeling well. We want all our dogs feeling good. So, glad you're doing better, Tammy. Nothing worse when you don't feel good. You know, you're just not yourself. You know, when you get old, you have moments. Some days, like in the morning, you feel good, in the afternoon, you feel awful. You know, so that's old age. You know, you just basically what happens, you lose strength. You know, it's like I'm just drained. You know, and you shouldn't be, but you are. You know. Oh, this says Kevin Robert. He's in Las Cruces, New Mexico today, planning to drive to an RV park to do laundry. So I seen said he was at a Walmart last night, and then he was at a nice little. I think he said it was a county park he stayed at. Looked like a nice little place. He put a picture up. So he's working his way out to the RTR. So it'll be fun to see his videos on it. I take it he'll do a live chat tomorrow night. He does his live chat at 6, so I'm hoping he does. Last week I knew he could tell he wasn't feeling well, and so it was kind of a shock. I hope he does one tomorrow, you know. Yeah. And he says, little Dave, that's awesome, so glad for you. It's quite an accomplishment. Yeah, it sure is. Just says allergies have been crazy this week. A couple days in the upper 60s and now 28. Yeah, like up and down stuff is crazy, you know. I get allergies. Yesterday, my neighbors always burn a fire outside, and that smoke just messes me all up. So I always have to close the house all up, and while they do their fire, but it just messes all my sinuses up. My eyes burn, throat burns, and crazy. Oh, this said Yuma, Arizona is his destination, so he's heading out to Yuma. So this says, thank you, Sue and Tammy. Need to lose a bit more. It should take about 12 weeks. It's not easy, you know. That's one of the hardest things there is, losing weight, because you got to eat. It's not like you just quit eating. You know, you can quit smoking. You don't have to smoke, but losing weight is hard. You know. Sue said, "Oh no, Jeff." And so Tammy said, "Been kind of like that here too, Jeff." So a lot of up and downs. And he said we have a winter storm warning for the next couple days. And I seen there was some snow up north that they was coming across. Up there was getting some snowstorm. One of our friends on Facebook was wanting, up in Ohio, was wanting snow, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why are you wanting snow? I guess some people love it though, you know. Yeah, I'm too old to adjust anymore. I know, that's the way I am. Adjustments are not good. The older you get, it's harder, you know. Okay, he says, Diz, I'm envious. Yeah, 500 miles of driving today. Whoa, that's a lot of driving. Yeah, that's what, 10 hours plus, you know, driving, you know. So that's a lot, you know. Yeah, that's an accomplishment, Dave. Yeah, that's it's easy there. The fastest food takeaway is 6 miles. I stopped smoking 14 weeks ago. Good.
Wow.
Good. Glad you stopped smoking. You'll get healthy, you know. When I was young, in early 20s, I smoked and I quit. Just one day stopped, never smoked again, you know. So it's not good for you. It's a waste of money. You burn it, you know. And he says, I love snow as long as I don't have to get out in it. Yeah, I know. It's yeah, you need to move to Florida, Jeff. You need to come down this way, you know. Oh, Diz says, envious of me or traveling Robert? You know, well, maybe both, because we're in the south where it's warm, Diz, and traveling Robert's, well, not anybody can do what he does, because not everybody can afford to take off and go traveling, for one, but he does some great job of videos. Diz, I'd rather be driving than flying any day. Yeah, I'd rather, I don't know, I don't even like to fly anymore. I don't like to travel. people drive crazy. We took the road trek over to Daytona last weekend. The guy cut us right off. I mean, I had to swerve out of the rain. He would have hit us, you know. And he was coming off a ramp, yield ramp, and he has no comprehension of yield. So I don't like to drive, but flying's a pain too, you know. Yeah, Jeff said, Dave, you're really working hard. Yeah, you are hard, Jeff. Dave's really done a good job. Sue says, stop smoking and weight loss is hard. Congratulations, Dave. Tanya says, Diz envious of your trip. Well, Diz isn't on a trip. Yeah, Robert's on a trip. Oh, Robert's heading out that way. Diz is talking about it. Yeah, Diz is talking about it, and Diz is nice and comfy right here in Florida. Yeah.
He's chilly in Florida.
He's chilly in Florida. Diz is chilly in Florida, just like we are. Chilly in Florida. Yeah, Dave says, thank you, Jeff. A pack of cigarettes was 20 pounds. 20 pounds.
Or 12 pounds
for 20 very. They're awful. I know. They're just. Yeah. Dave says, am I confused? No. Well, you know, just sometimes. Much, huh? Well, no, I get confused. I start reading things in the chat, and then it relates back, and I'm trying to keep in track, and sometimes I get confused, you know. So this my trip, mine is not until the end of March, and I'll be flying to Vegas. So that'd be a fun trip, Divs. I've never been to Vegas. I've just never been out west much. I've been to Hawaii, but I flew over top of the country. I have been to Colorado, but that's about it. You know, I've been a lot out west.
Beautiful out west.
Yeah. So he was confused but still envious, though. Yeah, Tammy said, doesn't take much for me either, Sue. And Tammy's never been to Vegas. Yeah, I've been there, you know. I'm not a gambler, but I know there's a lot more to do in Vegas than gamble. You know, that's just a portion of it. There's shows and all kinds of things, but that's probably why I never had a big desire, because I was just thought of gambling, and I'm not a gambling, you know. Tina said, I've never been to Vegas. And Jeff said, Sue, was that you holding the camera for the chili video? Actually, no, it wasn't. I set that up on a tripod and took it. And then the last video I did, which I don't think it's out yet, I used another little system because I was using my Osmo Pocket for it, and I found, there's Ron. Good morning, Ron. So yeah, I used my Osmo Pocket, and I didn't have to use a whole tripod. I used a small little tripod stand, which seemed to work out better on it. So, and I've been working on sound. I've been looking at this little sound recorder to help with my sound and that. So sound's getting better all the time. The last video, the sound was great, you know. A lot of it's getting used to my editing program. Tammy says, hi, Ron. Sue says, hi, Ron. And Ron said, yeah, I know Ron's been to Vegas. Yeah, Ron's been out that way. Jeff says, hi, Ron. So what are you up to, Ron? Have you been flying airplanes up there, or has it been too cold? We flew last Saturday, wasn't it? You know, went out and flew some racing drones. I haven't flown an airplane again for a while. This says, I choose Vegas as it is a central point to drive to Zion if it's open. Yeah, Valley of the Fire, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of central. If you centralize your area out that way and going to move around, then you can, you know, you're just central, go wherever you want from there, you know. Just says it worked great. Wonderful you used something you already had to mount it on. Or no, it's something I had. I've got all these little tripods, the little small ones and stuff. I got a bunch of those things, and you know, I always try to use what I like, but there's always new toys. I always want to get new toys, and right now I have guys interested in my Phantom 3 drone, and what I'm possibly going to do is, if I sell that, I'll maybe get a Spark like Jeff got as a backup drone, you know. And so I'm not sure yet, but depends if the guy buys it or not. He says he is. Yeah, Tammy says, I had $200 to gamble with and spent $60 and decided it wasn't my thing. Yeah, I have never, I've always given myself $20. And since it's gone, I'm quit. And it's like, I never win nothing. It's like, why do I want to throw money in there and get nothing back? So I didn't. Yeah, Ron said I flew Monday and Tuesday, so you've been flying good. How's it going? You improving? Enjoying some newer airplanes on it? So Dave says, how much is a Phantom 3? How much is a Phantom 3 in the States? I don't know if you can buy the new ones now. I was selling mine for $300. I got extra batteries. I put a gimbal protector on it. I've got a different mount for you can put a tablet on it. Got a case I made for it. So, and you know, I was going to just use it to fly over water and stuff, but guy showed interest in it, and so I'm gonna sell. But they were about what were they, $4.99 or $4.99, weren't they? The last I had seen them. So Dave said, wow, they're over $1,300 for a Phantom 2. Wow. I gave, well, the base price for my Mavic Air is, what is it? I can't remember. $7.99 for the base price. And of course, you want to buy extra batteries and stuff, so it always gets it way up there, you know. Ron says I saw Lance Burton in Vegas. That was when he first started. So I've been neat. Yeah, they got a lot of cool shows out in Vegas. I mean, you can go out there and never gamble one penny, and so there's just a lot to do out there, really, more than just gambling. Sue said only time in Vegas I was after 9/11 when my sister and I drove across the country to pick up my cousin from Australia who flew to LA. Her plane was the last to land in LA before the towers were hit. Yeah, no more planes in or out then.
Well, they grounded all airplanes.
Yeah.
After the towers came down.
Just as Bob, is that new DJI controller for Mavics only? Mavic 2, that brand new one that has the screen built right in it. That is for the Mavic 2. It has that screen in it, I forget what they call it, where you can see the sun doesn't affect it so much. So you're able to see your picture really good. And I'm thinking that's price range, that new one's around $500 to $600. It's very expensive. But yeah, it's all for the Mavic 2. It won't work on the Spark or my Mavic and that. So my goggles probably has just as good a picture. Those goggles are amazing. And you can fly the goggles without your cell phone. You just fly it with goggles only, and that'll even work on the Spark, you know. Tammy says, Sue, wow, what a memory. Tammy, who is Lance Davis?
Lance Burton.
It's Lance Burton. Yeah, Lance Burton. Isn't he a magician?
Well, yeah. Ron wrote Lance Burton, and Tammy somehow got
Lance
Davis.
Got Davis, okay.
Yes, Lance Burton, he was a magician.
A magician, that's what I thought, you know. Yeah, that was a scary time, Tammy. No, there's Paul. Morning, Paul. Paul from Ormond. Good to see Paul on this morning. Jeff says goggles equals no cell phone. Wow. Yeah, you don't have to. Last time I flew my Mavic, I can't say last time before, I was just curious. I didn't even get the cell phone out, and just turn it on, connects right up, and you fly the goggles without, and it's just like you're there. I mean, the picture is just amazing, you know. I really like the goggles. Goggles you have to get used to flying, though, because you don't see nothing else around you but what you're looking through. So you have to get used to flying with goggles. It's nice to have someone beside you to let you know if somebody walked up on you or somebody came close, you know. Yeah, Tanny says, Burton, okay, now I know who he is. That says, good morning, Paul. Yeah, good to see Paul on this morning. Paul's working on some travel. What do you call them? Paul's working on traveling. Got
rallies.
Rallies. I couldn't get it out of my head. Travel rallies. He's got one coming up, I think, in June. Meeting up with Robert in Texas. I believe it was San Antonio, was it?
San Antonio.
Yeah. Yeah, Tanny says those goggles sound awesome. Yeah, they're really cool. I got them right here. There's the goggles. Stick them on your face, and it'll hook right up to your drone, and you can fly it around all over, and you're right there. It's really cool. Yeah, Paul says working on the tour, so a lot of work goes into that. Sue said yes, it was very scary. We turned into a fun road trip. We had our cousin who was 19 Drive on Route 66 and stopped in Vegas. It was practically empty there due to, yeah, nobody was there, you know. This is a chilly willy this morning. It is chilly. It was like 39 is what we said. That's too cold.
Yep.
Ron said, I don't like my Mama 10. Tried third on it and wrecked it. Oh no. So it's just not working out. Some airplanes just don't work as good. And I've had them. I've had planes that's like, that thing was junk from start. Never did fly that plane. So that's why some of them are. You just never can get them to fly right, you know, and so I just give up on it. Yeah, Tammy said that sounds like you gals made a road trip out of it, Sue.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
We even had t-shirts made.
Oh, Jeff?
Road trip September 2001. Been there, done that.
Made your shirts. Jeff said, I was scheduled for surgery on 9/11, but the device had to fly out of Dallas, but had to reschedule it because all flights were grounded. Yeah. I remember that. I was upholstering. I was going to a customer's house to pick up some furniture, and she had the TV on. I could see all this stuff where towers were getting. It was weird. It was really weird.
It was weird to look up and not see any planes, contrails.
It was quiet. Yeah, and especially we live right next to the airport. There was nothing. It was quiet. No planes taking off. You know. Paul says, hi, Sue. Hey, Diz. Yeah, I said, wow, Jeff. Yeah, that's crazy. You couldn't do your surgery, so I take it the surgery went on later on after they started flying again, you know. And he says, Sue, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, we all have memory of that. Yeah, it's one of those days, you know, certain times in your life, little days that you never forget, you know. Like the day Kennedy was killed. Now, some of you might be too young to remember that, but I remember distinctly when I was in 3rd grade and we got out of school, you know. That was, but yeah, you remember those days. And he said, I bet we all remember exactly where we were and during that day. Yeah, you do. It just kind of marks in your mind.
It's seared in your memory. It's seared.
Yeah, this says, hi from his heating blanket. You know, I got one. I got one of these electric heating pads, and once in a while I'll pull it out and I'll cover it over and the dogs get with me. And the Lucky Dog set with me and the heating pad on the recliner, so you need those. You get
Cassie's wrapped in inside my heavy
Cassie's
sweater.
There all wrapped up with Sue right now. So Paul says got Robert's special edition shirts being made. Oh, that's cool. So check them out. You can get the special editions. We got our shirts. If you haven't checked it out, comment below. You can. We got shirts. We've got our official Lucky Dog coffee mugs and. Stickers. You can order stickers, so that's all. Check it in, all the information below. So
Robert's taking us along on his trip.
Yeah, we were laughing and say, well, we didn't go to RTR, but actually, Lucky Dog is going to be at the RTR because Robert has one of our stickers on the back of Minnie Tinny, and so the Lucky Dog actually going to make it out to the RTR one way or the other. Oh, Tammy said I'm ordering a Lucky Dog sticker this week. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. Paul says we got out also, so. Oh, so you got a sticker too? You got out on the back? Is that what you was talking to? I'm a little confused. Don't take much. He says, got to make a bigger mug for me. I do like big mugs, you know. Oh, our shirts also. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like.
RV Caravan.
I mean, I like these mugs, but it'd be nice if they had a really big mug, you know.
You got a big one for your hot chocolate.
I do. I have an old one. I've had that thing for years that I like. Great big mug. Today I'm just drinking spicy V8 juice is what I'm drinking today.
Wow, I should have V8.
Yeah, I should have had a V8, you know. Just so I purged my mug cabinet once and I got my Lucky Dog mug. There you go. Our official Lucky Dog coffee chat mugs. So, this says I got my stickers made. I got my stickers $55 each. Oh, $5 each. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we got ours. I think that's what everybody gets, $5 for a sticker. You know. And of course we got, and that's free shipping and everything. So you know. Yeah, laugh out loud, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, coffee.
That's an expensive sticker.
What's that? Oh, $55. That'd be a big sticker, you know.
Well, yeah,
you can. I think. Well, if you look at back of Robert's Mini Tinny, he's got a new one with the the truck on it with a big sticker. So he's replaced that. So he's ordered a nice big one, you know. Paul says, "Wow, our stickers, you're selling them for $1.40 each. That's pretty good. Costs you almost that much to ship them."
Maybe that's what they cost him.
Might be the cost, yeah.
That's a good price.
Yeah, that's a good price. And he says, "Diz, I was like
wow.
Like wow."
For the 55.
Oh yeah, like 55. That's
yeah.
that's a big price for a sticker.
You're right.
And, yeah, stickers are fun. On the back of our RV right now, I've got a sticker of, I've got Traveling Roberts, I got mine, I've got Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs from, I got Scott's sticker on there. Another one, I thought I had another one. That might be it. So, yeah, I'm starting to put stickers on the back. Jeff says the Lucky Dog mug is a very heavy kind that I love, not the thin kind that keeps on, and it keeps nothing hot. Yeah, these are pretty nice little mugs. I like our mugs. James says I've seen some of Robert's videos. He's good in front of the camera in and out. He is good. I mean, he's very natural. 3x5 is the size as Diz. I think that's about what ours is, about a 3x5. Yeah, Robert's good in front of the camera. He's a performer. I mean, he's a magician. He used to playing music in front of people and that. And sometimes my brain goes quicker than my mouth, and things don't come out the way I want to say them. You know, but it's I don't mind talking in front of groups of people. Actually, I'm easier to talk in front of 1,000 people than I am one person. I don't mind talking to groups of people. He says, "Jeff, you ought to make a commercial for it." There you go. Make a commercial. We could do a Lucky Dog coffee chat mug commercial. All kinds of commercials.
Hi, this is Bob from Lucky Dog Productions.
Well, yeah, like Sue said, Rob's good because he tells a nice story with his videos.
Yeah.
That's exactly he's good at a storyteller, you know. I'm not, you know, when I talk, I'm pretty precise and on the point. I cut to the chase, so I'm not a long talker. I'm a just like, I say exactly what I mean. Keep it short, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but for me to lengthen out something in a long talk, I don't do that because I'm just boom, right to the point, and that's kind of the way I am, straight to the point person, you know. I was just trying to do that. Jeff, you did a good job, so appreciate all the support. So today, I don't know, this Thursday, I don't know what we're doing. I was one of these times trying to stay warm. Tanya says I get sidetracked and can turn a story into a whole conversation.
You and me both?
Yeah, Sue can do that. Sue will start on it, and my trouble is if a conversation goes too long, I tune out. And then I miss what they're saying because, you know, I'm not into tiny details, you know. Yeah, Jeff says the more the words, the less the meaning. That's the biblical, Bob. Yeah, and you're right, Jeff. You're 100% right. So it's like, I'm always that way. Even anything, I don't explain things in detail. I just so much to the point. So I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's who I am. Sue likes to talk a lot, and that's who she is, you know. Paul says I have to put spindles on the truck, so I'm about to go to work. So that's a job. I don't like working on vehicles. It's never did. I can do it, you know, but I just don't like it. So, but fun with that, Paul. Good luck on the spindle job. And he says Tim will laugh at me because I start talking to anyone when we're out. Yeah. Yeah, Paul, don't work too hard, Tammy says. So Jeff says the only thing keeping me from making videos is my speaking voice. Well, you know, it's when you first start doing it, you're kind of, you know, how I sound and all that. And after a while, you just get like, it is what it is, you know. And I don't always say things right, or things will come out wrong, and I don't worry about it. It's what I am. I know what I meant, you know. Paul said no one wants the job, so I went to several shops. So yeah, working on vehicles, not my thing. Like I said, I can do it. I don't like to do it, you know. Jeff, I can't stand to hear myself recorded. Well, you do. You know, it is weird when you listen to yourself back, or even watch yourself on video, because most people, you're the most critical of yourself. And, you know, just either speaking or seeing yourself on a video, you tend to criticize yourself. And, you know, I every video, I find things I didn't like the way it came out, because I criticize my own. I pretty much know everything that wasn't right in it, and try to fix some of it. The hardest part when you make a video and you put it all together, then you render it. It takes some videos. I had one video that took over 2 hours to render it. Then you find one little tiny thing you didn't like. Then if you want to go out and correct it, you have to go back through, credit, and take another 2 hours to render it again. And that can be a pain on it. So, but yeah, I'm probably the most critical of myself. This is I even downloaded some voice apps. So yeah, and voice, I've been playing with audio and stuff, and the last one I got, like I said, I'm working with new software, was better. When you're out filming, you pick up background noises and stuff. I've been looking at a little recorder that I know Robert uses it. It's a little hand recorder, then you sync it. I've really been thinking about getting one of those that your voice should be a lot better. So just, there's so many things to make it come out. Yeah, Tammy says when answering machines came out, I was shocked. Yeah, I know. Hear yourself on an answering machine.
Yeah, right. You hear your own voice.
Jess says I choose words very carefully and use few. I don't probably choose them as carefully as I should. I say and I go, I wasn't right, you know. Oh yeah, and how you sounded, Tammy. Yes, I know. It's lately I've been doing stuff. I always think I have to shoot a video all in one take and mess up and redo it. And lately I've been doing that and saving some bloopers. One of these days I'm going to do a bloopers, but it's going to be expletive, you know, because the blooper, I didn't cut out the cuss words. But so I saved that, and so I've got a file I'm making all these bloopers, and eventually I'm going to make a blooper. I don't know how it goes because it's got some words in it because I get so, but you know, I'm going to maybe do one. Sue said I talk to strangers all the time. My daughter used to ask me who that was that you was talking to. So I don't know, because she was just talking, you know. Yeah, it sounds extreme. It can be, Tammy. So I get called sir on. I used to get called ma'am.
My mom always got called sir because she had a really deep voice.
Ron says, well, I'm going to go and cook me a sausage and egg. Sounds good for my breakfast. I'll catch you later. Okay, Ron, glad you came on. Tell Sandy hi. See you on. So, I don't know what. I don't eat much breakfast, but enjoy your breakfast. Oh, the thing is, you got to put that one out. Yeah, I will. I don't know what the standards are. I know Rick has blooper videos where he noted explicit language was in it, you know, and I get enough of them. I'll put one on and see how it flies, you know. Yeah, have a good day. Bye, Ron. See you later. Yeah, making these videos gives me something to do, for one. I did one. It took me basically 12 hours to edit it, and I haven't put that one out yet. That was our Ponce Preserve one that will be coming up.
Okay, Sunday.
Yeah, I believe that one comes out this Sunday. And it took me, like I said, it took me 12 hours to edit that video. Oh, he says people curse all the time on YouTube. I know they do. It's like I just try to keep myself above as much as I can, you know. Oh, thanks, Jeff. He said you and Sue both have great speaking voices. So I appreciate that. Yeah, editing sounds can be difficult. It can be, you know. for a while, like some of my videos when I'm not saying something, I like to have music in the background, and then you got to get your music levels. And I'm getting more and more the software will automatically take the music down and put your voice level up. And it's taken me a while to get it, and I'm getting pretty good now. I think it's working pretty decent. Another thing, what happens is when you edit it back, and sometimes the camera's mics aren't that good and the sound's very low, you boost the sound up to get it, and then you get done and then it's over modulated, and it's like, oh man, so this whole thing, now that little clip is over modulated, you know, and it drives you nuts. You know. And he said, yes, they do, they're both sound very well. I appreciate it, guys. We just talk. I don't find it hard to talk on it. I mean, I did back in the days. I used to teach, believe it or not, I used to teach Sunday school, and I would stand in front of tons of people, you know, and I never mind doing that. Back in the days, I announced for a while down at our local speedway, and there'd be 3,000-4,000 people there. I never mind announcing in front of people, and because I knew I was going to mess up, so I just took that with a grain of salt. Oh, Jeff says, don't mind telling everyone I'm hooked on Lucky. I appreciate it, Jeff. Jeff is one of my biggest supporters. All you guys are, but I appreciate all that. This says, speaking of music on videos, when you speak, suggested no background. Well, it doesn't work that way, Diz. You can't, when you say short little things, it wouldn't work out good. There's a program in there that identifies, like when you're speaking in this track, and it lowers the background music. And last video I did, it came out really, really good. Robert uses the same method on his. But you know, when you just say you're walking through a garden or whatever, and you're not really saying nothing and nothing to entertain in the background, it's just kind of boring, you know. So the music fills in the spots where you don't say it. So it's just a matter of working it out. And like I said, I've gotten better and better on it. So I haven't seen a video yet that mine's that bad. I've really I criticize other YouTubers because of their sound, and I feel mine's better than most of them, because some of them are pretty bad. Some big YouTubers are pretty bad. This says, Bob, I noticed that when you're talking about blending background music with your voice. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Jeff. There's you blend it in with, there is a app in your software. If you get it set up right, when you talk, it brings your voice up and the music down, and you have to get that set just right, and it takes a while to set it up. And he said, I honestly can't stand the way I look face-to-face video. I'm moving around, and maybe if at a certain point I have no chin. Well, there's Scott heading out fishing. I thought I'd check in. Good, Scott. Nice shirt. You like my shirt? That's a cool shirt, isn't it, Scott? Hey, I seen a shark they brought aboard there. Scott's down in the Keys right now, and he brought in this shark. Is like, you guys have been doing some heavy duty fishing down there. Yeah, Tammy, too many chins. Just said the hospital museum mixed nicely. You know, and that was a hard one, Jeff. When I did that hospital museum one, that was one of the first time I used the Osmo, and I had the sound setting low. I had to boost all the video, all the sound up in that, and that was a really hard one to edit because I didn't have the camera set right. He says, hi, Scott, and yes, it's a nice shirt. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, I appreciate the shirt, Scott. I guess we're all our worst click. Yeah, we are. We do. Okay, don't do it that way. Plant music plats and then mute it if I'm talking video. Okay, Jez. So, yes.
That's another way to do it.
Yeah. Yes, we are, Tammy. Very true. Rub it in, Scott. Hey, Scott's enjoying himself. Scott still works. Vacations are very important, you know, so glad to see you come down where the sun is shining, you know. Yeah, I love the Keys. That's probably, I say it often, that it's just a great area to be. Especially those sunsets down there. They have such great sunsets in the Keys. So I look outside, see all the beautiful sun out today, but it's cold. I think about, gotta go out and do something, but I'm gonna go outside. It's gonna be kind of cold. Tammy says, Scott, I'm under a winter storm warning, and and you're out catching sharks. No fair. As I also noticed, video stabilization when you panned was awesome. The way it would stop panning. Yeah, and that's with the new little Osmo. It's cool because it's stable. I didn't notice my other camera how jerky it was until I started using this new Osmo, and it'll it's just a lot smoother because of that way that gimbal set up on it. I mean, I do these all basically the whole thing's a hobby because I get nothing. I'm not monetized or nothing, so the channel really doesn't produce any income, and part of it is the fun of editing, the fun of shooting videos, and trying to make it better and better and better. And I'm quite happy with what I have done with it, and especially changing this new software. I've had issues, and it's working out good. Yeah, very cinematic. What I found with this Osmo, it has a slow motion where you shoot it slow motion. It has no sound with it. And Sue will comment when I do one that it's too long, but what I do is I can speed that up, and it gives a more of a cinematic look. And so I'll speed that up, and then I voice over that section with it, and I've got some pretty cool stuff on it. Oh, Tammy said, I missed that video. I'm still watching and catching up here. They're all great. Well, I appreciate it, Tammy. Jeff said, we're going to get you monetized. Yeah, I was once. When we used to have 100, you had to have 100 subscribers, and I got monetized. I got a little check for 1 month, and bam, they took that away because you had to have 1,000. My fear now is I'll get to 1,000, they'll make it 5,000. So it's like, you'll never get there. Yeah, I am a techie nerd. I don't know everything, but I enjoy with technology. I really get a lot of enjoyment out of messing around with technology, Sometimes it's a challenge to me, and I guess computer has always been that way, that a challenge, it's not going to beat me. I'll keep working on it till I figure it out, And so and then you learn, because you're not going to let it big shoes. How do you know? I don't know. I work at it till I figure it out. It's what I do, because I don't know. Sue says it will get there one of these days, like a tortoise. Slow but sure, yeah, very slow. Vroom, 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 vroom. Very, very slow.
Yeah.
Though, it's once you do get monetized, there's so many things you have to. Oh, they're going to demonetize this video, that video, because I had that before when I was doing it. Every little thing they were demonetized. It's the best thing is not worry about it. Just make videos, right. And what is, enjoy it. As long as I'm having fun, I'll keep doing it. If it's no fun, then I'll quit doing it. Yeah, they always find new ways. It's just like the government. They find new ways to take your money from you. You get a raise. Well, they'll find something to take that raise. I think Sue got a little raise on her pension, and then the health insurance went up, and it took all but just a tiny bit of it away.
I think I got $7.
$7, And I don't even want to talk about mine. It's so little that it's a joke. One time my Social Security check, they told me I was 138% below poverty. So it's I'm really down there. You think they at least pay you poverty rate?
One guy that does the reviews about YouTube, Camo Dave, he talks about the bottom of YouTube. Bob's the bottom of
Social Security.
Social Security, bottom of the barrel. Huh?
I worked basically 50 years to get this tiny little check. It's a joke. Yep, sir. They always find a way to take it away. Yep, they do. Great way to look at it, Bob, or you would lose your. Oh yeah, it's those who. Yeah, that's if you let little things bug you. A friend of mine put up a post about grammar and spelling, you know, and said you was stupid if you didn't do this. It's like, I found that offensive, to be honest, because you don't know how to spell something or don't have grammar. It's like, what was it, your or your?
Your and your.
You know, and it's like, who cares? You know, did you know what I meant? Yes, well, that's all that matters. It's like, I hate grammar and spelling, so it's kind of a little touchy point. If you don't like the way I spell it, don't watch it. You know. Just as I think you do such a great job because you enjoy it. And that's it. If you enjoy something, you're going to do the best you can with it, you know. And that's why we are going to get on the road cheaply. Yeah, do things cheap as you can because you don't have, 130% below. Isn't that crazy? That's nuts. You know? That's, it's unreal the way you can, after you work your life, what they give you, nothing. You know, don't plan on it. You know, so retirement's not for the weak. You know, it's like, unless you had a good job with good pensions. You know. Yeah, the difference between your and your and there is grammar and spelling, and it don't mean nothing. So, grammar, please stay away because I'll give you what I think is like, you're stupid, not me. You know, for even letting that stuff bug you. Yeah, you can blame different things like, well, it was a school. Well, it wasn't a school. If some things don't make sense, they don't make sense. Sue says, I goofed typing it too. Well, I can't type. You know the difference in typing? If I could sit there and put my hands on the keyboard and know where all the keys is, but I have to look at the keyboard to type it, and by the time I look up, I've noticed I've spelled something all messed up, even though I knew how of it. So if I could type regularly, which I can't, and I've took those courses, and it's not going to happen, and so then I look up and it's typed totally different, you know. So if I could see both, it would be easy. I'd rather talk. Just says, we never forget, Sue. Awesome contribution. Sue's my typer. She's my speller. And so is my Google. But she says it so fast you can't transcribe. I'll go, how you spell this? And she goes, what? You know, and I'll say, Google, spell it slower. And she'll spell the word and then spell slower. You know? Tammy says, grammar was the only thing that I was halfway good at in school, but math was my challenge. Yeah, and see, everybody's different. I'm great at math, you know, but I wasn't. Oh, don't even worry about it. No, I don't even worry about it, Tammy. Not in the least, you know. When I went to, what was it, 10th grade, English and that, I was failing it, you know, and I was going to quit school. I told him, I says, there's no use in me buying it. This stuff don't make sense. It never will make sense. And I was going to quit. Well, they taught me going to vocational school, but I still don't think, if I would have quit, I don't see where the high school education ever did a thing for me. So, I know, staying school kids, but I wish I didn't. Jess says I was terrible in English, but class, but I do okay, except for it's and it's. Yeah, you have to put that little apostrophe. Who cares? You know, it's like, I still know what you mean. I get that spelling check, you know. It says it's spelt wrong, and I'm looking at it. It's I-T-S. It's spelt right because they want you to put that little squiggly thing on. What does that mean? You know. Sue says math is my challenge too. It was hard for me. I was good in English and spelling. Yeah, I always got bad grades in English and spelling. Hank says you sound like me. And Tim, he always asks me how to spell it, but I can't figure a math problem. Yeah, no, I mean I can do this. Sue, how do you spell this? You know, but other things.
T-H-I-S.
This T-H-I-S. You know, and it's two. Yeah, I think we all do a good as autocorrect. Yeah, autocorrect sometimes don't even know what I'm saying.
Well, that usually screws it up.
Yeah.
I call it auto-incorrect.
Auto-incorrect. Yeah, Tim and I were just talking about this morning and seeing a school bus full of kids and thinking how we felt sorry for them. It's so hard to be a kid. Today's worse than ever.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was hard, you know. used to get picked on in school. I was a small kid, that's who they pick on, the small kid. And I wasn't an athlete, so they always pick on the non-athletic kids. And so it was hard, but now today, I wouldn't even want to think about being in school today the way it is. School has to be horrible, Just says, haha, that's one too, Sue. Yeah, I call it auto-incorrect. That's it. Auto-incorrect, because it doesn't, autocorrect doesn't work. In little cases it will, but I'll tell you, it doesn't work. I like, there was some programs that you could speak it and it would type it for you. And it seems like I don't find those like I did. And sometimes those have gotten better because they've learned to train themselves on what you're saying. But I hate typing. If I get a response back from me, it's gonna be short because I just hate to type it. I'd much rather just talk it. Yeah, I think we all got bullied. I believe that. I think at different points, all kids get bullied at one point or the other. Some get bullied a lot more than other ones, and to the point kids have committed suicide over being bullied, and that's wrong.
Yeah, that's I don't think they used to do that, but now they
don't seem like they did. This says, "Ugh, got me out of bed on cold feet and tile." I know that, isn't this tile floor is terrible? It does. If you don't put at least shoes on in a tile floor, you're gonna freeze. Tanny says, I actually bullied a boy one day, and that still bothers me that I did that. I have tried to find out. Oh, it's good of you to apologize. That's great. Sometimes you're a kid, you do stuff and don't think about the consequences of it, and then you felt sorry because you did that. Yeah, Jess says it's tremendously hard to be a kid. It is. It's harder to be a kid now than it was when we were kids. And it wasn't easy then.
Well, life was simpler back then. Yes, bad things happened back then too, but life was simpler.
Yeah.
We could go out and play outdoors without adult supervision. You can't let the kids do that now. It's too scary. It is.
Yeah, Tanny said, how it is, cold floors. It is. Cold floors are terrible. That's the only time you wish you had carpet in Florida, Yeah, that's sweet, Tanny, as Jeff said. It's like, it shows you have a heart, I can't find him on Facebook or anywhere. Yeah, I know. But, God knows that you felt remorseful, and I've done stuff I felt remorseful about that's like, what it is, you felt sorry about it, Yeah, I can still remember his name, I don't...
Yeah, but it imprints on you.
I don't know if I've ever bullied anybody or not. I don't think I did. If I did, I'm sorry, but I don't ever remember being bullied. No, that's cool, Tammy. I truly do. Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't like to criticize people. I will, like, me and Sue will talk, and we'll criticize people, but we would never do it to their face, because a lot of people are trying their best, and, if it doesn't come out right, criticism isn't going to help them any. Criticism usually just tears someone down and makes them feel bad. So to do it privately and not to say it in front of somebody, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but if you do it, at least you're not harming them directly, This says, well, childhood was full of being the victim of bullies, so I tell Tammy, thank you for being sorry for all of us who had issues growing up. Yeah, I mean, they do. Kids will pick on you. They'll find anything they can and do that. I had a girl who went to school with, her son was on the X Factor and came in second place, and she'll chat now and then, act like I still don't remember her picking on me, whether she knew it or not, and I never forgot that to this day, and that's been 50 years ago, and but yeah, you should never pick on people, and it happens. Oh, Bob, you just told us your private secret. You just admitted being a meanie. Well, you let it out, Diz. If sometimes you want to, we'll do that.
We say things here in the house.
In the house. Well, I would never say it to somebody's face, but it's just between, like, me and Sue, or, anybody can do that with you and a friend that, I think it's your way to what do you call it? The
Release
vent, you know, which it's good to vent. You keep things inside of you, and it's not good, you know.
Never hurt anybody purposely.
But purposely, you never want to hurt somebody or criticize them, you know. You want to build people up on it. So you vent to something that not everybody does it. If you don't do it, you're a liar, because everybody does it. You know, it'll. At one point, you'll mention things about someone else that you just don't want to say to anyone else, but you can do it to your partner or a good friend or whatever, you know, and that way you're not hurting them. And he says, Tim and I were just saying that exact same thing. We do it behind closed doors, right? You know, that's just it, you know. But you just gave all this impression that name was so uncool or something mean. You just gave me an impression that name was. I don't understand what you're saying, Diz. I don't know.
Or that one.
That
person in school that was mean to you, whatever.
Oh yeah, and she was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was. I didn't say her name, but she was. You know, she was very mean. She did some very mean things to me. You know, and she's a Facebook friend. I don't deny her of it. You know, but some things you don't forget. You know. No. One thing I don't do is be mean, you know, never intentionally be mean to anybody. So that's the way school was. School was, I'm glad I'm out of school, glad I'll never have to go back to school again. It was, school wasn't my favorite time in my life. That was probably one of the worst times in my life, was going through school, you know. I think a lot of people didn't have that same experience, but some people did, you know. Oh, just in other words, Bob's, just move on to another topic. That way you will just have to take, you are talking about people from not your chat. I'm still not.
Yeah, we're not talking about people.
I'm not talking about anybody on the chat.
No, this is from 50 years ago in school when you were bullied.
Yeah, I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking.
Yeah. Athletes, cool kids.
Yeah, that was it. The athletes and cool kids, they were the hardest to deal with.
But yeah.
You know. They were, because they got a block on their shoulder that they were the big football player. They were, you know, good at this or that, sports. And I don't believe in sports in schools, you know. Jane says, if I had kids, I wouldn't send them to school. If I had a choice, I would too. I wouldn't, if I had kids, I would prefer to homeschool my kids, because, you know, I said this once before, that the problems with schools today, I think if they would homeschool kids and shut all the schools down, take all the money that they waste in schools and pay these people to homeschool. That's your job. You get paid to educate your kids at home, and then you eliminate so many issues that our society deals with, all the problems in schools and all the shootings and all the threats and stuff that comes out of school, because kids will be home. You're no longer subject to that, and the one parent would be compensated. You know, so, I mean, I can't afford, you know, to stay home and not work. Well, you'd get paid to educate your own child, you know, and it would. I think it would take care of a lot of problems.
Yeah, you mentioned
that
before.
I mentioned that one other time.
Solution.
You know, it is a solution. It'll never happen, but it is a solution that it would work. You know, it definitely would work on it. It would solve a lot of problems, you know. And I'm not running for president either. If elected, I will not serve. I wouldn't want that job. But there's a lot of things out there that will never happen that are good ideas, you know. Well, that is just one of my ideas on it. And he says, my best friend has a grandson who is autistic and having so much trouble with this. And I know. And some of the best people in the world is autistic people, you know. They have the biggest hearts, and they get picked on, and it's really a sad thing that happens, you know, on it. So we watched one show. What was it called? The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor.
And he's autistic, and the kid's so intelligent, but he doesn't relate with things that what they call normal, which I don't believe people are normal, does, you know. Same with, Big Bang Theory. Sheldon was never equated with people, you know. Yeah, it is hard on the people. Yeah, and he's a sweet boy. Yeah, that's what it is. These people are really good, sweet, honest people, you know, and the way they get treated just isn't fair, you know. It's just not the way it should be. Yeah, it's heartwarming. So yeah, it is. I've seen a lot of kids that are some of the best people in the world, really, that are what do you call autistic and
yeah, just they're nerds, whatever.
Yeah.
Or, just autistic. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff said my nephew is very autistic, you know, and it's not their fault, you know.
Children with mental retardation, also, they're the sweetest, most innocent people.
Yeah,
and it's hard for them to communicate, to assimilate into society.
But their heart's big, you know.
Absolutely.
Kind of like our dogs. Our dogs are you know, a dog has such a good heart.
A pure heart.
Yeah. They're real
good. What you said. Or cats are mean.
And cats are mean, you know.
I love cats, but cats are mean.
Yeah, a cat will. You're playing away with the cat, you know, and you're petting it. Next thing, it's smacking the crap out of you. Yeah, just I've never heard of autism when I didn't either. I really didn't. And today I think, well, autism and mental retardation, they're really different, you know, and it's hard to, you know, tell the difference between it on it. But all you know is these are good people, you know. Tanny says, I swear it was the vaccination. He was fine until then. Yeah, and that's...
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Touts that, no vaccinations.
I don't agree with vaccinations, you know. There's so many we don't need, you know. Sue says cats. I love cats. They are sweet, but they can turn on you in an instant, you know. So there's nothing wrong with their IQs. Yeah, that's it. They're very smart, you know, extremely smart. But autistic, they can't project themselves. They can't get themselves out the way they are, you know. So it's kind of crazy. Wait, guys, we're coming up on about an hour here. About an hour, my voice starts getting hurting. My throat hurts. And so we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Appreciate everybody coming by. Always find something fun to talk about, or even if it's fun, it's sometimes serious, you know, to talk about. And so everybody's opinion's their opinion. Nobody judges nobody for nothing. So
to their own opinion.
That's right. And
that's right.
Right or wrong, it doesn't matter, you know. So glad to see everybody come by. This is what, Thursday? Got the weekend coming up. Weekend in sight. Our next chat will be on Monday afternoon, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see everybody then. Appreciate you guys. Without you guys, there wouldn't be. Jeff said, yeah, it goes by so fast. Love you guys. We love you too, Jeff. We love all you guys. It does. Sometimes that hour just will fly by, you know. It goes really quick, you know. So, but appreciate everybody. We're going to get out of here. We'll see everybody again on Monday. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So, everybody have a good weekend coming up. Talk to y'all later.